Your coworker resigns. Your manager tells you the company is going to replace them. So for the next few weeks, you help out. One of their clients becomes yours. You take over a report. A meeting gets added to your calendar. You don't complain much because this is temporary, you assume. Then a month passes, no replacement. Another month, still nothing. And the strange part is that your manager has stopped giving you a start date. Now you hear, "We're waiting on approval." This is the point where you should start paying attention, because your coworker leaving created a problem for you, but it created an opportunity for the company. Their salary stopped, their benefits stopped, their position became vacant, and management now gets to decide whether it ever wants to start paying for that job again. That decision can completely change what happens to your job, because while the company debates whether the vacancy survives, you are the one keeping the work alive. You are covering the client. You are attending the meeting. You are carrying the deadline. And every week that you successfully keep things running with one fewer employee gives leadership another piece of evidence. Maybe they don't need to replace that person after all. That is the part employees rarely see. When somebody resigns, you think, "We lost Daniel. We need another Daniel." The company can look at the exact same situation and see vacant headcount, and vacant headcount can be challenged, frozen, reduced, combined with another role, moved to another department, or removed completely. Your coworker chose to leave. The company now gets to decide whether their job leaves with them. And if that position disappears, you usually feel the effects long before anyone announces what happened. Your workload starts changing. Your priorities start changing. Tasks that belong to somebody else slowly become part of your normal week. You may still have the same title, the same salary, the same performance expectations, but the team around you is getting smaller. This is why "we're waiting for approval" matters. Your manager wanting another employee does not mean your manager has permission to hire one. Once the position is empty, replacing it can become a new spending decision. Finance may review it. HR may review it. A department head may review it. Workforce planning may review it. Senior leadership may decide the position no longer fits the staffing plan. Someone now has to justify turning that salary back on. And that is a harder argument than most employees realize. Imagine the person who left earned $80,000 a year. The company was already paying it while they worked there. Now they are gone. That expense has stopped. Hiring a replacement means deliberately putting $80,000, plus the rest of the employment cost, back onto the budget. Leaving the position empty means keeping the savings. So leadership looks at the work differently. Part of it can move to another team. A process can be automated. One responsibility can go to your manager. 2 vacancies can become 1 new position. A senior employee can eventually be replaced with somebody cheaper. Some tasks can simply disappear, and some of the work lands on you. This is where the situation becomes dangerous for the people who stayed, because temporary coverage can quietly turn into your permanent job. Nobody necessarily sits you down and says, "Congratulations, you now permanently own 30% more work." It happens piece by piece. Can you take this client for now? Can you cover this report until we hire? Can you join this meeting while we're short-staffed? 3 months later, the client is still yours. The report is still yours. The meeting is still on your calendar, but nobody is talking about the replacement anymore. The company has learned something. The department still works. Maybe you are more stressed. Maybe response times are worse. Maybe everybody is staying later. Management can see that. But management also sees that customers are still being served. Revenue is still coming in. Projects are still moving. The department has not collapsed. The vacancy has become an experiment, and you are helping run it. The experiment is simple. Can this team survive with 1 fewer salary? And every month the answer looks like yes. Restoring that position becomes harder to justify. That is your personal stake. The danger is bigger than having a busy few weeks. You can accidentally help turn a temporary staffing shortage into the new staffing model. Then something else happens. Your performance baseline starts moving. At first, everybody knows you're covering for someone who left. Your manager understands why you're stretched. People make allowances. 6 months later, those extra responsibilities are just things you do. The temporary exception disappears. The company now has a new picture of what one employee in your position is capable of carrying. And if the vacant role is formally removed, there may be no person coming to take that work back. This is why you should watch the vacancy, not just listen to reassurance. "We're working on it" means very little. A requisition being approved means something. A job posting appearing means something. Recruiters actually interviewing candidates means something. A hiring timeline means something. If months pass and none of those things happen, while you continue absorbing the work, the replacement may be becoming less likely. And there is another signal that matters. Watch which jobs the company does replace. Your coworker leaves and their job stays empty. Someone leaves a sales team and that position is filled immediately. An engineer resigns and recruiting starts within a week. Your department loses 2 people and both vacancies remain under review. That tells you something. Hiring freezes and headcount controls are not always applied equally. Leadership can protect the positions it considers critical and challenge the rest. So if your team keeps losing people without replacing them, while another part of the company continues hiring, you are learning where leadership is willing to spend money, and that matters to your career. Because a department that repeatedly cannot get headcount approved may also be a department leadership expects to run leaner going forward. You need to know that before you spend another year assuming the old team structure is coming back. The phrase you should be most careful with is, "Cover this until we hire." You do not need to refuse every temporary responsibility. Sometimes covering a vacancy can give you useful experience. It can expose you to bigger work. It can strengthen your case for more responsibility. But temporary work needs a boundary. You need clarity on what you are taking over, what is coming off your existing workload, and what happens if the backfill never arrives. And if the company decides you are permanently keeping responsibilities from the old position, the conversation changes. Now your role has changed. That may need to become a conversation about scope, priorities, title, compensation, or what you are no longer expected to do. Because there is a point where you are no longer helping while the company searches for a replacement. You are the replacement strategy, not by yourself. Maybe the old job has been divided between 4 people. Maybe software absorbed another piece. Maybe your manager took the rest. But the result is the same. The company has rebuilt the work without rebuilding the position. You can usually hear the transition happen. At first, when we replace Daniel, a few months later, while we're short-staffed. Then, with the current team, and eventually Daniel's old position stops being mentioned altogether. Nobody announces that the job has disappeared. It simply stops being part of the plan. One empty position by itself does not prove any of this. Hiring really can take months. Candidates drop out. Budgets change. Some jobs are difficult to fill. The pattern is what matters. People keep leaving. Backfills keep getting delayed. Positions start being combined. Your responsibilities keep expanding. Other departments continue hiring. Leadership keeps talking about efficiency, productivity, and tighter headcount. At that point, you may not be waiting for the company to return to normal. This may be the new normal. And that is why a coworker leaving should matter to you even when your own job feels secure. Their resignation can change your workload. It can change what your role is expected to cover. It can change the size of your team. And it can reveal what leadership thinks your department is actually worth funding. Your manager may genuinely want the replacement. Your team may genuinely need the replacement. Neither guarantees one is coming. Because once that seat becomes empty, the company gets a chance to reconsider the entire cost. And while they make that decision, watch what happens to you. If their job slowly becomes your job, and nobody is coming through the door, the vacancy may already have been filled, just not with another person.